Hi guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. Today I would like to show you how to make this beautiful acorn pillow. I will be making it with chunky chenille yarn, and this chunky chenille yarn is available at BeCozi.net. We have 33 colors available, and at the end of September, beginning of October this year, we will have 35 colors available. So I will be using mustard color. This is beautiful mustard color, and it's almost one skein. If you make it a little bit bigger, then you can use the whole skein. Then on the top I will be using a cranberry color, and I had just a little bit left over, but you can use any other color that goes with mustard. Like last year I made this acorn. It's a little bit smaller, but it's also mustard, and on the top is persimmon color, and the little top is just a little bit of green. And this acorn is made with persimmon color. Persimmon, it's a little bit darker orange. We have orange color and we have persimmon, which is darker orange, and on the top it's chocolate color and a little bit of emerald green on the top. We also have green and bright green, ice green, and emerald green. So, but for this one I will be using almost one skein of mustard and cranberry and a little bit left over of the emerald green color. So if you are ready, let's get started. Let's make this beautiful fall looking pillow. Okay guys, so what we will be making a pillow looking like that. We call it acorn pillow. Isn't it beautiful? It will match that blanket that we hand knitted with you last week. So what we will need this mustard color chenille, and we usually start with making a knot, and then we are cutting the tail, and we will start knitting now. So place the yarn like that in front of you, make a knot, insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it through. So this is your first stitch. Now insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out, and keep doing the same way, and this way you will be casting on a chain for us to start. Okay, so we will need 12 stitches, guys, to make this acorn pillow. Let's count: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and 2 more, 1 and 2. Okay, what we're doing now, so we have this chain, we're connecting it in a circle like that, put the tail inside that it wouldn't be on our way, and keep this stitch over here, and now start making a chain around or knitting around, and we will be using the top part of the stitch, not the middle, not the bottom, but the top part over here. Insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it through, and you will need to have 12 stitches like this. So the last two will be kind of tricky because this is the stitch and this is the stitch, so make sure that you are knitting all 12 stitches like that. So now keep the tail inside. Now make sure it's 12. 1 2 3 4 5 6, it's 12, and now we keep knitting the same way around. Try to make stitches not big, pretty small, and try to keep them close to each other. This way you will have tighter knitting, and this way when you place the filling inside, it will not be sticking out. Okay, so here we are, we get 2 rows, we have the circle of 2 rows, and usually after 2-3 rows I'm connecting, knitting like that, and then keep knitting the same way around, only when you're knitting this way, your stitches will be closer to each other compared to if you keep your knitting in circle. Okay, because when you're knitting in circle, the gap between stitches will be bigger and not as tight. And for the pillow, we actually need it pretty tight because we will have, as I said, we'll have filling inside, and we need it pretty tight not to see that filling. So now we will be knitting all the way, and depending how big you want your pillow to be, you can knit. Okay, we lost a stitch here, so here you go. Don't lose stitches. So let's knit for 12 rows, guys, and then I will come back and show you what to do next. Okay guys, so we're done with 12 rows. You can see, you can count rows really easily. Just look at the this little chain and count the opening. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So we have 12 rows, and now we will connect a different color, and I will be using cranberry because we don't need much for the top of the pillow, and I have this little piece left over, so that's what I will be using. So just a simple knot as usual, and tight it, make it tight, pull it, and then cut the tails close to the knot. Okay, so now we have this beautiful cranberry color connected. What we're doing next, guys, and it's important that you would do it at the beginning of the row, that number 1, and you can see where beginning is because this is the beginning. See where the tail is still hanging. So what we will be doing now, we were knitting with the simple knitting stitch. Now we will start with simple purling stitch, guys. So for purling, your yarn goes on the top, you're taking the stitch and you're pushing working yarn through like that. Okay, so all stitches now will be purled like this, and try to keep them small, the same way as your stitches with the mustard color, because we will still need to have it pretty tight for the insert of the pillow. Okay, so now we will be knitting our red or cranberry color, and this color will be good separation and a nice top for this acorn, and it actually combination of knitting and purling stitch make it look really nice and very much alike to acorn, which is one of the symbols of fall. And because fall is so close, we are making this beautiful pillow, and you will need only one, even a little bit less than one skein. Only if you want to make it bigger, then you will use the whole skein. You can start with 14 or 15 stitches, and then you will use the whole skein, and the pillow will be a little bit wider. So we will be knitting at least 5 rows, guys. For me, I will just use all the yarn I have. I think it should be about 5. For you, you can use a half skein of any color that would go well with mustard. So it could be chocolate, it could be orange, it could be persimmon, or even yellow. it's your choice and it's your fantasy basically, okay? So remember, we were using the simple knitting pattern, simple knitting stitch when we were using the mustard color, and now we are using simple purling stitch when we are doing the top of the acorn. So almost done. For filling, I will be using this luxury down alternative fiber fill. I bought it on Amazon. It was like $5 or $6, and it's enough for a few pillows. So if you don't want to go anywhere to a craft store, just go to Amazon and buy it, and it will be delivered to you. Okay, so we are almost done, guys. Just a couple more stitches of the cranberry color that I have. Okay, so when we are done with our top of the pillow, we will need to first connect the bottom. There you go. So we're keeping about 13 inches of the yarn left on the top, and we also have a little bit of yarn left here. You can actually leave a little bit more when you're starting. And now we will connect the bottom of the acorn. So you can see this kind of tricky here at the beginning. So what you will need to do, you will take this one stitch, and then you're taking one stitch on the back to connect this hole. Then insert this tail inside like this, and then pull gently. Now we will be connecting using all the top stitches on this side of the knitting. So all the stitches from inside out, and then pull. And I hope it will be enough because I didn't leave much yarn, but I think it should be enough. It should be at least 10 inches, guys, on the bottom. Okay, so then when we connect the last stitch, here you go, the last one, then we will insert this tail in two last ones that we already used before. Okay, this way we will connect this chain and we will have a beautiful flower-like connection on the bottom. You see this? It's like a flower. Now tail goes inside the middle like that. See what we have? Have a beautiful flower on the bottom. Now you can connect this tail inside to any stitches inside. Just tuck it in. It doesn't matter because we will be using filling and it will be all covered. So now filling goes inside. A little bit more like this. Here you go. So now we will be connecting the top of the acorn, and we will be doing the same we will be using the same technique that we used on the bottom. Okay, so that's why we left this piece here. Okay, so it will be a little bit tricky because this pattern purling stitches are kind of trying to get inside. So this is your last stitch. Find the next stitch and go with your tail of the yarn from inside out. Find the next one and see this stitch is kind of fell off, so make sure it's the stitch is there, and then go from inside out again. The next stitch, finding it, here it is, from inside out, from inside out. Here's another stitch inside out, and here another stitch that is lost. So see, we lost it because it became loose, so make it back and then put it on the working yarn. Next stitch over here, inside out. Next stitch, again we lost it, so see what's happening. So this, push it through, this is your next stitch, and yarn goes inside. And next stitch is the same way. See, the yarn came off. So make sure that you connect all stitches, guys, it's very important. And then here you go. I think we found them all. Yeah, found them all. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're gently pulling and connecting all those yarns. Oh, I'm sorry, all those stitches. And see, we have this beautiful flower-like top, and then we will go to through stitches that we already pull through the yarn. This way we will connect it, and look at that. See, I really like when it's beautiful flower-like. Now this stitch goes inside, this yarn goes inside the hole in the middle like that. So we are done, we just finished it. Now you can spread the filling inside the way you want to make it look more like an acorn, like that. Here you go, this is our acorn, guys. And now what we will do, we'll take a small piece of green, I'll make a knot on the end and cut it. And now just make a chain. So just make a loop, insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it through. Okay, so this is your stitch, the same as we started for any knitting project. Just make it small and then make a chain. And in this case the chain should be very small stitches like that. This way it will be a beautiful ending for the acorn. And again on the other side I will make another knot that it wouldn't be unraveling, and cut it. And I keep doing this chain with small stitches, and then the last one just pull out like that. That's what you will have, guys. Okay, a little chain, and this chain will go on the top. So what we will do, we will just connect it like this. See, beautiful. And these two will go inside the top of the acorn like that. There you go, we're all done. Our beautiful acorn is all ready. And again, you can spread the filling inside the way you want it, but it does look like a big cool acorn. So 1 skein of mustard, about half skein of any other color, and a little piece left over. If you have any leftover from last week blanket like that, it will be just perfect for the top. You can find this chunky chenille yarn at BeCozi.net. We have 33 colors. At the end of September we'll have 35. Stay warm and be cozy.